Hey guys, and welcome back to the briefing room. I, of course, am Dean. You already know that. This is HeroX from the Heroes channel. Link in the description below. And this is Vowad. So, yeah, we are doing a commentary for the 10th anniversary of Shadow Chronicles. And so, we're basically going to be talking while watching the movie, and you can watch along with us. I am going to be pressing the A button now.
10 years then.
Yeah, 10 years.
That's amazing. Was that the movie that we
saw at
the theater?
Yeah, the alternative
theater. Yes, it was a gay movie theater.
And people kept looking at us so strange. Just this underage guy with this older guy at a gay movie theater. Not the best choice.
Oh well, I didn't know any better.
I never knew about that. That's hilarious.
It's really funny.
We were waiting for the movie theater to open, and we were looking around at all the upcoming movies, and I'm going, oh boy, this is.
Eating. What was it? Eating Out 2 Sloppy Seconds. That was one of the movies. Oh man.
Solid.
Okay, let's bring this back to a PG rating. They actually were planning on having a hi there. This is my daughter, guys. They were actually planning on having a little scene before the opening credits, and the scene is actually still in the movie, just later in the movie. And I really love Scott Glasgow's score on this. I really hope Harmony Gold retains him for any future projects they do. If they do any future projects, that's debatable whether they do that or not. But Dong Wook Lee, that's the name, isn't it?
Keep it PG.
See, I really like this section of the beginning. Just add another paragraph or two, and it's got that Star Wars feel, but at the same time, you don't have to do what they did here in the upcoming part right now. I just hate that it just completely slows down the pace of the movie. They're just narrating the entire beginning. They could have just done that with the paragraphs. Boom, out of the way, movie going.
Narration. Better than reading though. I'm just saying.
True.
But that's because the school I go to, my reading level is below 0.
Below 0, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Little Min-May reference.
Notice that.
A lot of people hated the CG in this movie. I don't think it was terrible. Of course, it's not the best quality, but let's face it. What kind of money did Harmony Gold have to spend at this time? And for 2006, it's not terrible.
I don't know why they would kind of. I was expecting. I haven't seen this in forever. I was kind of expecting the animation, the kind of cheap, because that never really goes out of. Because they can upgrade.
Yeah.
They just don't, because anime has.
It's an art style.
Yeah, it's an art style. That thing.
So.
Watch out.
Hey, Grace. Grace, go play. Why don't you go play with Grace? No, why not?
She wants to be in the movie.
See, this just slows down the entire pace of the movie. It just kills it. And like I said, just 2 extra paragraphs in that opening read. Boom, done. Just 2 more paragraphs. Take care of all of this.
But this is the anime style.
I know, but
They have to keep that in.
most of the people already have this knowledge. Most of the people that went to go see this movie had this knowledge. Like 80% of them.
Most of them who are dedicated enough to go to a gay theater.
Yes. Precisely. With an older man that was old enough to be his dad.
And now it's up to those who are left to continue the fight.
And then they also replay the events of the last episode of Robotech, and it's just like, this is the last episode of Robotech. Just cut that out. Just start a new. There you go. No? Okay, thank you.
Give it to Jenna, she'll eat anything.
Speaking of which,
Hey, Alex!
That's called booking out.
well, hey, if you said last one buys drinks, I mean, you wouldn't want to be the last one. Moonbase Alice has a really cool design to it. I do like the design of the entire base.
Reminds me of something I made in Halo one time when I was actually good at Forge.
Yeah. Before they really changed Forge.
Oh no, it was on Halo 4.
Oh, was it on Halo 4?
Yeah, I actually like what they did.
He's definitely not paramilitary, he's got too long a hair.
Yeah. I don't think any of the anime militaries really adhere. I mean, when you look at the Macross saga, the second in command of the SDF-1 is dating one of her pilots. I mean, that's not military either. Conflict of interest.
Protocola.
Yeah, get it? Protoculture, protocola.
You may not be able to see it, but I'm dying inside laughter.
He is a very emotional guy, in case you haven't noticed already.
Hey, I realized that I haven't felt some emotions recently, like cringe. I realized I never cringed before. We won't go into detail about.
This is the scene that they were planning on having before the opening credits.
Since he wants to keep it PG, that'd be bad.
The Haydenites are played by Mark Hamill, Gregory Snagoff, and I forget the third person. But Greg Snagoff plays Scott in this movie, and of course everyone knows Mark Hamill. If you don't know if you don't know Mark Hamill, then you've probably been living under a rock for what, 40, 50 years?
40 years.
40 years. Go on, go play.
I don't think living under a rock's that bad.
It's because you live in a box on the side of the road.
Well, then I should know who Mark Hamill is. I don't. So suck it.
You really don't know?
No clue.
He's Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
And he's also... Hey, Jenna. No, you're jumping in front of the camera. He's also the Joker in all of the animated Batmans and all the Batman video games.
No, I don't really care about animated Batman.
Hey, go. Go play.
I really like the Dark Knight series.
Here's a couple of decent haircuts.
Yep. I really love Vince's design compared to his old design. You guys haven't seen his previous design.
Nope.
Where is my phone? It's a good question.
You had it a second ago.
I know, I had it a second. Oh, there it is. Blends in with my couch. I always misplace it on the couch. Whoa! Go play in your room, please. Grace, follow Jenna.
If you never had a dab on your channel before, that just ended. Sorry.
That's right. Rick Hunter. A lot of people.
He's aged.
Yeah, a lot of people complain about his redesign, but the thing is, legal issues. They can't use his previous design. And I honestly don't think it's that much different. It looks like he's aged. I don't think there's... I think that's it, is that he just looks like he's aged. But maybe that's just me. Vince, I will say Vince doesn't look like he's aged at all. He's in his 50s. He does not look like he's 50 years old.
I mean, Chuck Norris doesn't look like he is however old he is. Was that like
Close to 80?
Yeah.
I'm going to my parents. Do you want me to take these too much?
Okay. Grace, go bye-bye. Grace's shoes are right here. Grace, go bye-bye. Where? Over the pile of clothes right there.
Can't be easy.
Of course not. I also love Louis' design. My phone is not working right now. Don't care.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm working on nasty head cold.
It's okay. I sneeze while doing my Let's Play narrations all the time.
It just shows that it's real.
Exactly. See? Someone gets me. I also don't know why she's his helmsman in this, but in the comics that happen right before the movie, it's the events that lead up to this movie. It's Karen Penn from the Sentinels, and then they change it for the movies. I don't know why. I don't know what the point of that was. But here we go. Now my phone's working. I cannot tell which ones, because of the voice modulation, I can't tell who's who with the Hayden Knights yet. Here's Vince's design in the Sentinels.
We have to save some,
Look at
you have to save some nerdiness to grow on to. Can't be the ultimate nerd yet.
Wow, that's so cool. Mismatched shoes. That is really cool.
That is a rage.
That's my spirit animal. I don't know what that implies, but
That's totally me, by the way. I'd be the one that'd be like, that's a nice skull on your suit. Hi. I like spoons.
like sporks.
Sporks.
Sporks is my spirit animal.
What about knives?
Knives are also my spirit animal.
Got a little bit of techno question.
Alright.
Why would they need to have her make a takeoff run in space?
That is a good question. I'm not working on that, but I am working on a Science of Robotech video right now. Well, it'll be posted before this video is posted, I think. But, I have not gotten to that. It's kind of like the X-Wings. Why would they bank in space?
Yeah, exactly. So there's no gravity to keep you in the seat.
Yeah, no. What you would need is the boosters on every part of the aircraft.
About to blow your argument out of the water. Or answer your question. Cinematics. There's no science behind it.
That's
you do what you do because...
And there's also, just like there would be no sound or massive explosions.
Yeah, I knew that.
There'd be smoke in space, just not big fire explosions.
Yeah.
Oh well, the captive oxygen levels inside the ships would fire off.
There would be.
But it wouldn't be the massive explosion.
Be muted, yeah.
Yeah. But like Think of how exciting Star Wars would be
I know. I
without
realize,
explosions. Like,
I realized it wouldn't be exciting.
it wouldn't be Michael Bay levels. That's just taking out a little. Taking it too far. But, got an explosion here or there.
Oh man.
We'll see, lose attention.
Oh, I remember this.
Yep, the seashell-shaped ships with the little crabs.
Why don't you say that 5 times fast? Seashell-shaped ships.
I would not be able to. I'm not good with words.
Me neither.
I'm not smart.
Your video would go not PG.
You should hear me talking during my Let's Plays if you've watched any of them yet. I'll say something and I'll be like, wait, I meant this, not that.
Yeah, watch them. For sure. 100%. Like 110%.
Good. Including the one I posted yesterday?
No, because you didn't post one yesterday.
I did post one yesterday.
Oh, I thought that was a trick question.
Yeah. But yeah,
Then yes.
Maya's kind of
I owe you one.
a bad
But more like 24
But-
to me. But who's
keeping this
counting?
PG, guys. Keeping this PG. But she's very much like her father and mother. And for that matter, his sister. A lot of people don't like Dana. I
And
like
what is the battle wagons in this called?
the cruisers?
Yeah, big cruisers.
The cruiser he's in is the SDF-4.
Okay.
The majority of the other cruisers are Ikazukis. And then there's some garfishes that appear here.
That bears a striking resemblance to the Halo cruisers.
Yes, that's another video I've worked on, but it's, with my Halo Robotech theory video, it's taken me a long time because I just can't find a good flow. So what I'm thinking about doing is I've thought about breaking it down into sections of Robotech and saying, oh, this is inspired by this is inspired by this. But I've tried doing it all in one video and there's just no flow. It's kind of... Because, I mean, their armor, if you look at their armor without the Cyclones, that armor looks a lot like the Marines.
Might be 116s, yeah.
Yeah.
We're sending down a squadron of shadow fighters to assist.
So,
Kill them all. I need timing to find.
I mean, their boots and everything, they're just...
But it would make sense.
Yeah, it would make
Technically.
sense.
Is she going back into the hive?
And see, all of this has already been basically shown. The Regis's lines in this movie are word for word everything she says in the last episode of Robotech. Although, in fairness, I will say she did not say those words when Ariel was present.
Despite all we have been through together, I know who I am now. I am Ariel, daughter of the Regis and princess of the England.
Doesn't matter the way you humor.
You know, this didn't really bother me until Captain JLS pointed this out. Scott would have never said that, even in the last episode of the show. In the last episode of the show, he gets punched in the face by Rand because he made her cry. And Rand's like, Scott, she loves you, and you love her, you just can't see it right now because you're so blinded by your hate of the Invid. But you know what? There were wars before the Invid. Your previous girlfriend could have been killed by another human. Would you have hated all of humanity? And the most telling sign of where Scott's character was in the last episode, after that, he looks up in the sky and says, then what was this all for?
Yeah.
I mean, and I get what they were trying to do. They were trying to contrast him with Marcus, but he wasn't that character. They definitely changed his character, and to an extent they changed Louis' character a little bit. But I don't mind Louis' character as much. They took one joke far too far, but Other than that, I thought Louis was relatively close to what his character would have been in Masters.
With the children of the shadow. Observe their new technology. Their vehicles are now invisible to our sensor. No, coexistence with the humans is not possible. This planet too strongly retains the malignant spirit of the Robotech masters. Whether one race or the other emerges victorious is of little meaning. Such hatred
Can only breed more hatred. Boom.
You say it will never end?
My child.
I will say that they do give the Regis a lot more emotion in her face than what was present in the show. In the show, she just had a frown and an angry face. In this, you can see, even though she's upset, she still has that caring face. I do like that they did give her some emotions, even if her voice is emotionless. And also, another fact, the girl that plays the Regis is the mother-in-law, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's the mother-in-law of the guy who plays Scott. Which is kind of funny because Scott's kind of dating her daughter in this, so it's kind of...
Attack wave 3, move out!
But yeah. I know she's related to him in some way. I believe it is mother-in-law, but it could be another.
Recommend we adjust re-entry point to Omicron J Vector Theta.
No.
That would mean this is a Kentuckian show.
Kentuckian show. No offense to anyone in Kentucky, but you know,
Just kind of inbred.
you have a reputation.
It's funny because I was talking to a guy from Kentucky and he thinks they were in Kentucky. I guess they say everyone from Indiana are inbred.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Totally.
that's just them trying to dig them out of a hole.
Although I have seen that in a Hollywood movie too. It was Valentine's Day. Topher Grace's character was from Indiana, Fort Wayne actually, and he was made fun of throughout the movie for being in love with his cousins and stuff. And he's like, "No, that's not us."
Never mind.
But yes, guys, I have the distinction of being one of the few guys that actually went to see Valentine's Day. Something my wife wanted to see, you know.
Losing integrity. Shadow dimensional field.
Gotta keep Mama happy.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a horror movie?
No. Valentine's Day? It's one of those movies that has nothing but all-stars in it.
I thought it was like
That-
a
and
movie
it was-
where
no,
this
no.
guy in like this gas mask is like killing people.
No.
It's something to do with Valentine's Day.
It might have to do with
I
Valentine's
think it's
Day,
like
but
Massacre on Valentine's Day.
Oh,
this-
yeah,
yeah,
more
this-
than likely.
But no, this is just plain Valentine's Day, and it's got Topher Grace, it's got Anthony Hopkins, it's got a bunch of people. I think.
Anthony Hopkins could still be a horror movie.
Oh, that's fair. He's done his fair share of. Yeah. Another thing I'm not a big fan of, and I've been noticing it throughout when they were doing their remasters of the Robotech and adding the nudity scenes. I kind of wish they kept it, you know, in the children, you know, kind of the children, but still appealed to the adult like the show was. But adding curse words and the blood, just
You know what's bothering me? They can't just have square screens. All the screens are almost square. This corner and this corner is slashed out. That's not okay. Just finish. You have the technology almost there.
That's the OCD in you.
I'm not OCD. It's just I'm getting there trying to put a weird feel to it, but it's not weird. It's just meh.
Retai had a square screen, so I mean they did have the technology for it, But maybe they discovered that it was better for some of the other displays, like the oxygen
Maybe
levels
someone
and
was
stuff.
just like, you know what, screw it. Everyone wants a gosh dang square screen. We're not going to give them a gosh dang square screen.
We're just gonna
cut a 45-degree angle in the top right and the top or bottom left.
I think you're taking this a little too seriously. But battle sequences aren't terrible in this, but I kind of hate how, and this was my problem with New Generation too. I hate how they just fire all of their missiles at once, and then somehow they have more missiles again. I realize there's some cinematic feel to that.
Maybe they're reloadables.
But I mean, do they have magically teleporting missiles? They're like, oh, he just used his missile. Teleport. I mean, and in what scenario? Oh, here's where Mark Hamill's good guy character dies. Bye, Mark Hamill. I think your Commander Taylor worry was already too late. I think you were a bit late on the ball there, Marcus. But I have a problem with that. What strategic option would justify shooting all of your missiles at once?
And like one ship to like one of their big ships.
They can lock onto they have the ability to lock onto the invent. Why not just lock on one missile? Boom, done. Then you have 40 more missiles you can use.
Not to mention that instance he shot like one of the bigger ships.
Yeah.
What's the point of that?
Yeah, the bigger ships don't do the shooting. It's the ships inside that do the shooting.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Their carrier, if they haven't launched the smaller ships, then that would be.
I have to laugh though, like
Well, that's
the
true.
last ship that like when he shot all his missiles at
And
the
when-
ship,
when-
it only like left a little opening
it-
in the two top, like
Yeah, it's
he
Well, the
just
other
shot
thing
like
too
30
is
missiles.
when it's just opening the clamshell, you have all those ships all together. That would be the time to fire.
Yeah, especially if you're firing all your missiles at once.
Yeah.
Like in what scenario do all of those missiles hit all of those targets?
Shout out to the ships flying all right through all the fiery destruction, shrapnel, and all that. Fire destruction isn't actually there, but the shrapnel will be. Might not pierce your ship, but it's not just
There's
going to
the
leisurely
neutron-
fly through.
There's the Neutron S missiles, which are still kind of mysterious. I think I kind of have them figured out. They use gravitational. It says that they're gravitational, not explosive. And when you pull the warhead, it pulls everything towards the missile. And then the SDF-3 disappeared firing that missile. So my theory is that what it's doing is it's opening a different wormhole than what the other ships use. Because it's different, it's using shadow technology instead of the regular protoculture. So I'm thinking it's opening up a different type of wormhole, and since they're not used to that type of wormhole, they don't know what to think of it.
So I haven't seen any of the shows in a long time. Have they always been fighting the same enemy?
No,
Must stay here on Earth.
it was the Zentradi first, and they were giants.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, with no brains. I remember that.
And then they fought the Robotech Masters, which I could forgive you for not remembering the Robotech Masters. They were kind of as villains.
Were they the ones in like the second series?
They
Yeah, I
were
never
the-
watched any of the second series.
Yeah, they were the enemies in the second series. They were the leaders of the Zentradi. The Zentradi were basically their strong arm. They used the Zentradi to carry out their will. And that, like I said, as villains, they were They kind of had an interesting idea with all of the bad guys were in groups of 3. They were all cloned in 3s because the flower of life grew in 3 flowers. So they kind of went with that idea since they were so closely tied to the flower of life.
The destruction of these weapons is my final gift to you and the world in the
And then they were fighting the Invid after that.
We will continue our evolutionary development.
And now apparently they're fighting the Haydenites.
Come with me, my children. Discard this world and follow the spirit of light as it beckons us onward.
Which I give you a name after a Haydenite, which they're currently fighting.
The damn infant just ran away.
I don't know if he's actually going to be in the Shadow series at all or not.
So wait, they're actually going to continue this?
They have a movie. They have a title for a movie, but it's been in the works since 2008, so we don't know what's going on with that. But it's called Shadows Rising.
So it's not really going to be a series. It's just going to be
a movie series, basically. But that's not a bad title. I like that title. And there's the awareness. In Robotech, the awareness is very similar to the domain in Halo, where all the Forerunner technology and stuff is all connected to what's called the domain, which has all the Forerunner information, all of their history, and so forth. And so that's what the awareness is in this series. It's a collection of all of the memories. In the books, the awareness is actually the subconscious of a ancient being called Hadon, which created everything. It was basically the god of the Robotech world in the books, and he created the he created the Haydenites, he created the Spherians, which you don't see here. He created the Praxians, which you don't see here. He created the Garudans. You'd like the Garudans, David. They're a wolf race that can talk and have gas masks. You'd like them.
Sounds dope.
They have the Kabara. He created the Kabarans. He created the Invid, the Earthlings, the Probotech Masters. He set all the events in motion. And this movie, the end of the movie, bears a lot of resemblances to the quote-unquote last book, The End of the Circle. And in that, the end of the book, it turns out Hadon basically was trying to evolve to the point where he could reach another plane of existence, but he was unable to do so. And after the events here where the Regis leaves, there goes the SDF-3 towards what I believe is a wormhole. They claim it's a black hole, but if it was a black hole, then
there wouldn't be anything there.
There wouldn't. Yeah, it'd be gone. Forget about it. But of course, that's going back to science. Who needs science in movies?
Throw that out the door right away.
But in the books, when the Regis leaves, she manages to be able to break the wall to go to this next plane of existence. And so Hadon takes everybody with him. And so they end up convincing him to let them stay or something. And I haven't read the book in a while, but and then Minmay gives birth to Zor, who then seduces the Regis and starts it all over again, which is why it's called The End of the Circle. Is the very end of the book, it starts everything back again. The reason I say quote-unquote the last book is they had 3 books after that, but they were just to bridge the gaps in the story. Actually, I think you've read the Star Wars books written by the 2 writers.
Yep.
The late Brian Daley wrote the Han Solo book series, and then James Luceno wrote a lot of Star Wars books, and he's even written one current canon book too. The General Tarkin. He wrote Tarkin, which is a book I am intrigued to look at. Because who doesn't love Tarkin? You may fire when ready. Oh, isn't that sad? Too bad Scott would never do that.
All of our damaged ships are now returning to Space Station Liberty for repairs.
This will leave the Earth vulnerable. So we're
And there's
still
my
to
my
make matters even
page
worse, the Indians
thing,
all of the planet's protocols
the cover photo thing for my YouTube. That's
now has less than
it's
a
that
year's supply
thing
remaining.
since it's called the briefing
Found
room.
the protoculture matrix from the SDF-3.
See
The profile pic or the banner?
the banner. That's what I'm thinking of. My banner's that. My profile pic is I'm taking that symbol that's on their jacket, and I added a line to make it look like it has 3 macros.
Symbol on their chest.
Yeah.
Ah.
I added a little line because if you look at it, it's 3 of the Macross symbols. So I added the little line to make it the Macross symbols, and then on each of the triangles I added SSL for Space Station Liberty, which is my Facebook page, and my website, and then the briefing room in between the SS and the L.
You don't look different.
So.
You don't look like an alien.
And this is another big issue I have with the movie, is everyone seems to, it seems like they're trying to make it look like nobody knows about aliens being friendly. Yet, Zentradi, they became friendly, they helped out the expedition, and most of them were alive up until this point. Actually, Bretai and X-Door both died at the very end of the comic series leading up to this movie. That was to explain why they weren't there. Oh, we can't use the Zentradi. Let's see, what should we do? Oh, let's kill all of them. That's an idea. But yeah, so there's the Zentradi. The Masters have reappeared. They, the Masters went up with, who was left, went up with the Army of the Southern Cross to rejoin the expedition to fight the Invid. And then there's the Kabarans, the Spherians, the Praxians. I mean, they have like 7 or 8 races that they become friends with. How do they not know about friendly aliens? It bugs me about this movie. They could have written around. And it's not like they had legal issues with the other races. The only one they had an issue with is the Zentradi.
Where's the fleet?
I don't know.
So I don't know.
But the Earth is still here. That's good news.
Unless...
3 enemy fighters have followed us out of the space hole.
And there's no damage anywhere else. It's just right
His
there.
leg.
I don't know. I thought this was a very good first attempt for Harmony Gold. They had to start somewhere. They hadn't had anything new since '86. So, considering that this premiered in New York in 2006, and they hadn't done anything since '86, for a 20-year gap, this is a very good movie, considering. So I can pick apart this movie all I want, and I probably will throughout this commentary. Like, one enemy! You shoot 24 missiles for one enemy! Bugs me. Good old-fashioned dogfighting. No, dogfighting insists that you would use your gun, not your missiles.
And you'd be maneuvering back and forth.
Exactly.
Finish him quick. Snap the wrist, walk away.
But I can tear apart this movie all I want. But in all honesty, considering there was a 20-year gap between when this was made and when they last did anything new, I can forgive a lot of the mistakes. There's some that I can't forgive. But there is no forgiving the movie they came out with in 2013.
Just like I can't forgive their inability to make a rectangle screen. Can't do that.
Exactly. But no,
Not going to. Will not.
Love, Live, Alive. There's. I know what they were trying to do with it.
broken your leg.
But they just bad editing all around. All throughout that movie, there was bad editing.
Love Live Live.
Yeah, it's a movie they came out with in 2013. It's the story of Lancer as told by Lancer. And I get what they were trying to do. They were trying to cover all of the third series in an hour and a half. And to that end, they did a decent job. But the editing throughout was awful. Like, it shows him outside and he's like, oh, I'm going to show you who I actually am. And then goes backwards in time to when they're back in a building. And then it goes back to the same scene outside. It's like, that's terrible editing. You could have written around that. And then the new animation they did, some of it was great. The CGI scene with the condor, which I love the condor, but the CG for the condor in that movie was so awful. Like, I was watching that one and I was like, wow, I didn't think that you could use any older CG than what's in Shadow Chronicles. It's like 2001 called, they want their CG back.
Ooh, got it.
And then at the end scene, the emotional climax of the movie where it reveals that, spoilers, Sarah's pregnant with Lancer's kid. I was just taken so far aback by the fact that it looked like Flash animation. It looked like something you could see from Newgrounds by some random person for no money whatsoever. That's what it looked like, and it's a shame. They could have built on what they did here.
It looks like that one thing from Dragon Ball Z.
Frieza.
Yeah.
Yes, her robot form does look a lot like Frieza. I don't mind her robot form because it's proportionally correct. But then she goes to this hologram, and it's like, oh, what was that? Boof! Oh, sorry, did I hit you with my boobs? Oh, boof! Oh, sorry.
Of course, that's what you noticed.
They kind of overdo it in some of these movies.
They really overdo it.
Well, that's just, again, anime.
Yeah, that is anime.
It's new anime. It's not old anime.
Yeah.
And this was based off of old anime. They could have gone with the old anime style with this movie, because that's what the rest of the show was. But I mean, she's so disproportionately incorrect. She's the Jessica Rabbit of Robotech. Like the scene where she's singing on the stage, like she's wearing this low-cut dress that's only covering about here, and it's just like, boom, it's just hanging down. And as she sings, it's just like, vroom, vroom. It's bad. And it's a shame, I loved her character in the Sentinels. I kind of wish she kept her personality from the Sentinels, as well as her proportions. Because she was very attractive in the Sentinels. Actually, she's my screensaver. That's what she looked like in the Sentinels. And she was proportionally correct, too. Yes, guys, I am so nerdy. I have Robotech as my screensaver.
It doesn't really surprise me.
I also actually have a scene from this movie as my wallpaper, too.
Nerdy as us.
But see, look, just womp. She's another personality I wish they had kept the same. Chase Masterson did a great job playing her. And there is some emotionalness there. But it almost seemed to me like they were trying to take things from popular sci-fi and they were trying to make her like a Data character. And I don't know, she was very sarcastic in the Sentinels. There was one scene in particular, a Jonathan Wolf walks up to her and Minmay. She's standing next to Minmay. She's Minmay's singing partner in the Sentinels. He walks up to her and Minmay and he goes, "Do you know how long I've been waiting to meet you?" And she goes, "No. Can you hum a few bars?" That's what this movie needs. This movie needed a little bit more sarcastic
Comic
humor.
relief.
Oh, they have comic relief. It's just they overdid the same joke, the same, like his Louis going, "Oh, they're not actually they're actually all numbers. There aren't actually any letters." And then he's like, "It's actually not called a horn. It's," and then it's, "You don't actually fire up protoculture. And it's just like, okay, we get it. That joke was used in Louis was in the second series. He used that joke once in 24-minute episodes. And they use it 3 times in the 88-minute runtime of this movie. It's like...
So what was the second series called?
It's called The Robotech Masters.
So what is the Sentinels?
The Sentinels was a show that got canceled, but it was going to be the characters from Macross, going from the end of Macross all the way till past the end of the 3rd generation, which is New Generation. And it was going to lead up to what happened to Rick Hunter, and then it was going to be, allegedly, they'd never gotten this far, but allegedly they were going to make a Robotech 3, and it was going to be all of these characters. They actually used the entire cast that was going to be in that show, in this movie, but it was going to be all of these characters, except Maya was going to be called Aurora. They were going to use them to look for Rick Hunter. So, in fairness, they actually used all the characters that were originally going to be used for Robotech 3, but... And honestly, the writing might have been better. A lot of people really wanted to see really want them to redo the Sentinels. But maybe we'll do a commentary on the Sentinels eventually. But, oh man. The writing, oh man. The writing was very cheesy and very, very, very 80s kids cartoon. Think He-Man, but with Robotech.
Getting out the flasks.
Yeah. Taking some shots.
They gonna get turned.
Turn
on some whiskey.
That's my face when I'm drinking something that you can really taste the alcohol. It's like, oh, just really got a mouthful of alcohol there. But here's the scene I was talking about where her boobs are just like swinging around like, I don't know, like wrecking balls. I didn't want to say that because it brings images of Miley Cyrus. Stop. I don't want to see that right now. Maybe back when she wasn't crazy, I might have been interested, but now that she's crazy and she's got that the drugs, the ugly haircut, nope. Goodbye, Miley.
Pineapples is my safe word, by the way.
It's your safe word, huh?
Yeah.
That's kind of funny because of my Let's Play, you know?
Yeah. I know, I'm so full of crap.
You really are.
Back from Mexico, it's okay.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Warning.
Warning. That kind of makes me wonder if that's what Invids see all the time, is that shaky red vision. That would be terrifying.
Crouchy too.
That would be terrifying to see all of the time.
Except I don't know if I'd kill a bunch of people because I'd probably commit suicide though.
Well, they're killing a bunch of people because they stole the protoculture from them. But wait till she moves her arms, and then you'll see. They're just like.
See, I don't really know this series, to be honest. Like I complete.
See, look. Isn't that ridiculous?
The artist had a fascination, that's for sure.
Robotech Visions, the Facebook page, they actually posted a picture once, and they photoshopped images from all 3 Robotech series, and it was them with the massive boobs, and it's like, if you liked the Shadow Chronicles, you'll love this new Robotech series.
I'm sorry about Starbucks. You're the only one I can trust.
Everyone on this base has orders to kill Invid on sight.
I like her in the Expedition uniform. She looks good in the Expedition uniform. But whatever it is she wears later in the movie, it's weird. It certainly looks alien, and it certainly is revealing, but I kind of think she looks more attractive, in the Expeditionary Force uniform. I think it's a better character look for her. Let me see that uniform. It's like she's got a perpetual wedgie in her butt.
What is this place?
And then it's like she's got 2 little pads right here. And that's how much they cover. It's just the 2 little pads.
Why are you showing me all this?
Again, I realize it's anime, but you didn't see Robotech go out of their way to reveal
The Shadow are.
boobies.
That's their technology. We just recognized it during the battle for Earth.
I'm trying to keep this PG, but let's face it, Robotech's Shadow Chronicles, you can't keep it PG.
The Shadow are some
With all the cursing and the
creating the new Shadow technology.
outfits.
Breaks the budget.
Outfits.
Exactly, emphasis on the out.
So you might know this question. I was wondering, does the music that a movie have
Alright guys, this is one of the best, most honest scenes in the movie. Hey, come here, come here. Grace, you gotta be quiet.
Let him up there.
Yep, I can turn it up.
That's old guys can't hear.
Galomania.
Yeah.
Don't beat yourself up about it.
Alright, so where we at?
Because I'm not.
Well, you were asking me if a song in a movie has cuss word, whether that goes towards the cuss word requirement of the movie.
Apparently not, because Suicide Squad. Well, I don't know if I actually ever heard this song. It was on the soundtrack for the Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Now
But,
That's why you're
sucker
asking.
for pain, man.
that's why you.
I'm not a big Wiz Khalifa or Lil Wayne guy, but Lil Wayne, Wiz Khalifa, and Imagine Dragon made a great song. That soundtrack in general is just fire.
But guys, in case you didn't notice, because you should be watching the movie. That's the whole point of the commentary. My SD card corrupted as we were recording, so we're re-recording, which is also why I am posting this on a Sunday instead of Saturday when I was planning to.
Actually, we just change clothes all of a sudden.
It's
We're
just
talented like that.
Cinematic magic.
Just rewind it. You'll see us just changing in front of the camera. Just
Why you need to rest now.
Deleted scenes. I'll be in the deleted scenes later.
oh yeah.
I'm sure you will.
I do like how they kind of give her a
Aura.
Aura, yeah.
aura around her.
Is that girl from her?
Random.
Because she's
It's an Invid.
She's in bed.
You don't understand. Ariel's a friend.
Does that mean she's Invid American?
Are any of them American? It's the United Earth government now, so
That's true.
And Invidhumanium.
Division massacre. You must be so
Sounds like an element.
I bet you even killed Pauline.
Invidhumanium.
You're crazy. I loved your sister.
You gotta back off.
So in my Nuzlocke,
He's not working.
I'm naming all of my Pokemon after characters, and I named a Mankey Marcus.
A Mankey.
Nice.
A Mankey Marcus.
I called my Mankey in one game Fuzzy Ball. Not Harry. No, Harry Ball.
Harry Ball.
I'm trying to think of names right now because like I want to do that in my games more, but I don't know, man. I named my Umbreon Harumbion. For all those Harambe guys out there, Harumbion.
Harumbion, that's a good one.
Yeah.
This is the same source.
But I've also realized how much I liked Jolteon and Umbreon.
Jolteon's good.
I'm thinking about getting 3DS here soon. Getting X and Y. I would get Y because I'm not freaking getting a fairy freaking legendary. Screw that crap.
Hey, remember when the X and Y came out? Even though we never got it together, we had an agreement that I would get Y, you would get X.
Yeah. Fade, but
Yeah, Invid concept.
dark is my favorite type. I'm not turning down a dark flame.
That's fine. That means I get sun, and you can get moon.
Nah, I'm getting sun. I have control over my own life. I mean.
We are way off subject here.
That's if I even get it in the first place.
It's just some sort of Invid trick.
That's farther down the road.
I will
Dude,
say,
did you hear about Marowak in Lula form?
oh yes,
Ghost Fire, that's so dope.
it looks pretty cool. I will say, Richard Epcar played the voice of Vince in the Sentinels and here. I will say, and he's even admitted that the guys that recorded him said this to him too. He did a much better job in this than he did in the Sentinels.
I recognize the modulation of the
He's like, I don't even remember voicing this character.
Oh wow. That's when you've done way too many voiceovers.
Sir,
Or it was just really not that memorable.
If that's the case, General, we should
I don't know.
investigate.
Well, I mean,
I don't even remember Sentinels.
Janice, I want you to
We will be doing commentary on the Sentinels at some point. I'm thinking we'll be doing Sentinels, Love Live Alive, and Codename Robotech.
So, Scott,
So are you gonna post this on your channel and tag our channel?
completely certain. Her name is
Yeah, probably.
I should probably put a video up. We filmed a lot of Jackbox games, which, first off, I just want to play Jackbox game with the family because it's a great game.
I'd do it.
But like, it wouldn't be as for my channel. But we did a bunch of Jackbox games things, and the commentary on them, most of them suck really badly. And the only commentary that we don't have that doesn't suck, I wasn't actually sure how I was gonna edit it. Like I wanted to do something different with editing it. So right now I'm kind of like in a, we haven't put any videos up because I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Plus all of us are out of video
These
games.
shits are pretty dope.
So we're gonna have to try and kind of change, like we're into video games enough to do one every now and then, but like not constantly. So I have to talk to them and see what they kind of want to do. Plus one of them's in college. I should have been in college, but you know.
This is an interesting texture for a ship.
Dude, yeah, that's like my favorite.
I do like the even though overall I don't like the textures in this in the CG in this movie, I do say I do like the Hayden Night ship's textures. It's just like I don't even know how to describe it. It almost looks like a Forerunner.
That's what I was kind of thinking, and I've always kind of liked the Forerunner feel to it.
Yeah. If you go off of the books, the Hayden Knights are kind of similar to the Forerunners. In the books, the way they have it set up is there's this guy called Hadon, and he was trying to advance his evolutionary state, but he got to the point where he couldn't advance it anymore. So he set it up so that he could advance he could enter another plane of existence later on. He set all the seeds to do that, and he buried himself inside the planet of Hadon 4 and made all of his memories accessible to the Hadonites in what they call the awareness, which is referenced here, which is similar to the domain in Halo. The Forerunners had a cloud system thing called the domain, and it's very similar to the awareness.
Another human vessel has been detected.
And then when the Regis leaves Earth, she enters that new plane of existence, and then they have to defeat Hadon, and it ends up, Midmay gives birth to Zor, who then seduces the Regis and starts the whole process all over again. It's
sounds Kentucky-ish.
It's like it's literally called the end of the circle because the ending of it is the very beginning of the book series. So you finish the last book and it starts the first book over.
Sir?
It's interesting that he just decides to stop everything.
Aye, aye, sir. Full stop.
I love how they used a mixture of Greek mythology and a reference to Macross, the Macross saga. Because the Macross saga is one of the aircraft carriers, the one that they punch all the Zentradi ship with. That aircraft carrier is called Daedalus. Take a guess at what his ship is called.
The Daedalus.
Analyzing the enemy's
Icarus.
jamming techniques,
Icarus and Daedalus.
to an amplitude modulation. It's only good for short-range communications.
You know what's absolutely great though?
What?
Get scolded on
Make
the
your
board.
day.
It's actually just
I laughed so hard at this, I almost vomited.
That's an interesting story, bro.
Okay, Skull Squadron, keep up. Captain Grant needs a better look at the enemy weaponry. So we're going on a little recon. Activate the data transmitter.
Just so you guys know, he just showed me a video of a kangaroo jumping onto a trampoline and flipping upside down, landing on its head.
Look up kangaroo trampoline gift, I'm sure it will be on there. There's something satisfying about a kangaroo doing a flip. Because it doesn't know what's going on. It's flailing its legs.
So yeah.
And it lands on its back, which I don't know if that hurts a kangaroo at all. Kangaroos are mega dope, don't get me wrong, I love them. But I love seeing them
Aussies
flip.
don't. A kangaroo's a big rat.
Kangaroos are my homie, man.
I like Maya's Shadow Fighter. It's just,
Soldiers are dying out
I kind of wish the original run of the Masterpiece Collection didn't have a recall on it. Like, they made that, and then it was a recall, and they've never released the Beta Fighter to go with it. They've never released a regular Shadow Beta Fighter either. It kind of ruined everything.
Shut down all the shadow devices.
You know, happens though.
Now, switch to maneuvering thrusters.
It happens when
The combat
Toonami
zone
is
and into
the
Space
maker
Station
of
Liberty.
your
And have our fighters do the
toys.
same.
All fighters disable shadow device and fall back to space
That's kind of my big thing is, not only does Harmony Gold have an issue with putting stuff out,
That's why the fleet's getting smaller.
and
Now, fall back.
it's the same with all of their people. Like, Palladium does their RPG and also has a board game called RPG Tactics. They started RPG Tactics with a Kickstarter. The Kickstarter made way more money than they were expecting. The Kickstarter finished and was fully funded in 2013. They still have not given all of the promises to the Kickstarter supporters.
Here's what happened with that. They got money. They got money. They looked at what they could have done. And they're like, deuces.
Pretty
Like,
much.
we got the money we wanted.
I will say it's, the game, from what I've seen, the game is pretty fun. It's not like, what is it, Mighty Number 9, where the game's not really even all that fun. And it was fully supported. I mean, they gave all the gifts to the supporters, but the game itself was awful.
Never make it back to Space Station
Have
Liberty.
you heard of that game? It's the guy that created Mega Man. He left Capcom. Capcom announced that they were no longer going to make Mega Man games. Oh yeah. Sacrifice.
Alex, eject.
Sacrifice.
Problem is, if you're going to eject, what's going to happen when you eject? You're still going to be in the middle of those fighters.
Yeah. And the explosion.
Plus, dying was rough. At least it makes cinematics dope.
I'm fine with this. This part was alright, but later on, like, everybody, like, oh, I'm gonna sacrifice myself. And it's just like, seriously?
Yeah, man.
Like, by the time it gets,
legend.
it's just like with Louis' literalistic jokes. It's like, it's good the first time, and then they keep going back to it. They keep, but like when it gets to Marcus's time, where Marcus is like,
Yes, sir.
don't worry, I got it, and he throws her towards the ship for the space port. He's like, ah! Trying to fight the. It's just like, okay, I get it. You're sacrificing yourself. I haven't seen that like 3 times in this.
See, the thing is, like, I would totally,
She's part Haydenite. She's one of them.
like, the freaking, what am I trying to say? I don't even know. So, like, even if a character is, like, characterized to have, like, that sacrificial personality, they're never going to sacrifice themselves because, like, as a main character, then there's no show. But, like, they're still, like, has this characteristic of sacrificial, like, they sacrifice themselves for everyone else, but then they'll never do it. And then it's just like, but you don't
Well, in
actually.
Robotech, they, in fairness, they do have heroes die constantly in Robotech.
I mean, that's good, but like, if there's way too many like shows and crap that like has like a sacrificial main character, but he never will sacrifice himself because then where's the show gonna even be at?
Yeah. But like with Roy Fokker, he didn't sacrifice himself, but he did die, and he was like. He was a fan favorite at that time. Coloring for me.
Also, this is just a random thought, completely off topic, but that's all the stuff that I really ever do. So that's all I'm really here for, is keeping the commentary going. But anyway, no. So have you heard of the movie Rubber? I was talking about this earlier today. It's a great movie. It starts out with a guy basically saying, in every single movie, there's a random aspect that's a big aspect in the movie that has absolutely no purpose and makes no sense. So what does he do? He makes an homage, I guess he said. I don't know what that means. Like, but anyway, to the no purpose aspect of movies, and basically, it's this tire that goes around killing people with its mind, but it doesn't actually have a mind. It just sits there, shakes, and things blow up. And yeah, it's an hour and a half, and basically people are also watching him go and do this. And it's a hilarious movie. It's a great hour and a half that will completely waste your life. But it's hilarious.
Yeah, another Seinfeld.
There's Super Shadow.
I will say Seinfeld is great because throughout the show they're trying to get a show about nothing on the air, and the show is literally about nothing. So they're trying to get a show on air about nothing, but their only show that they have is already about nothing.
It's great though. Oh, because you know there's
that black guy out there in that lineup. He was originally animated as Alex, and they're like, wait, why does he look like Alex? Alex is dead at this point. It's just going to throw everybody off. So they just painted his hair blonde and painted his skin black. Because they didn't have enough black characters, apparently.
But if you try and look for, I don't know if I referenced it being on Netflix. If you try and look for it on Netflix, it's no longer there. I'm contemplating buying it. It's $10. Because that's a hilarious movie. Mostly because
We are now.
there's barely any talking, okay?
My team and I will need to
It's just funny because you're watching, at first the tire's running over like insects and stuff. Then it comes across a glass bottle, and then what does it do? It shakes and the bottle blows up. It's a hilarious movie because of all the ridiculous and stupid stuff.
Will have to come
It's
first.
amazing.
I think the useless scene in this would be the scene between Louie and Janice, where they're doing the diagnostic.
Should I help with the evacuation
Because
as well, sir?
basically
Go
it's...
with me.
I was made as a hybrid between humans and a secret advanced alien race. Well, shouldn't people know that we have an alliance with an alien race? What? It is very clear throughout the show that they have an alliance with the Zentradi, which is an advanced alien race. By this time, Dana's come back with the surviving Masters. So they have an alliance with the Robotech Masters
I'll
now.
activate it myself.
And that's another advanced alien race. And then all of the ships were built by giant bear aliens. Like they're just aliens that are just giant talking bears. Like that is an alien race that is just walking around in the hallway with Rick in the comic that leads up to this. And it's just like, seriously? There's three right there that are clearly known that they are an advanced alien race. And we should know that there's an advanced alien race. What?
No, the bears aren't advanced. So.
This is gonna be the like most on topic thing I actually say. Like, but I love how like I'm bringing up random things, talking about random things, and then you go and try to connect it. Try and connect, make it sound.
That's what I do.
That's what a show host does.
Yeah. But you know, I just gotta keep commentating on there. That's all I'm here for.
I just finished writing a script about that mecha. Actually,
that was pretty dope.
Actually, it's funny. I was writing it while I was at work. One day I had gotten all my jobs done, so I wrote it on a piece of paper towel.
He did it on a snot rag, guys.
I legitimately thought you were walking over there to grab that and blow your nose.
But yeah, no, that's the script right there, and it's amazing because this is my intro right here. I forgot to put my intro. That bottom paragraph right there.
Excuse me. Sorry if I stink, but I'm infiltrating.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna post it right there. I'm gonna post the camera right there at the end of the hallway, and I'm gonna go out between my bedroom and the girls' bedroom. I'm gonna do like a nice split. Nice. Good. Look at that.
That is pretty dope, though.
I mean, but that cannon that's holding up his entire arm, that's a rail gun. But wouldn't that just make it very, very difficult to maneuver?
You're forgetting, again, that aspect of no point. It doesn't matter. It just looks flipping awesome.
Look at that. How do you move your arm with that? You're just like,
listen,
oh.
It's dope, though. And I'm sure... I don't know if they actually designed it that way, but they can have it attached to your arm, but your forearm isn't.
But
and you have some use, but again, it looks dope. So why does there need to be a point if it looks dope? The point is to look dope, therefore it has a point.
What's this? Oh, family fun. Jenna has a weird thing. I guess it's internet nowadays. It's that generation. But she has this weird thing where she only watches YouTube videos of kids playing instead of actually playing herself.
Sounds like Tiffany.
Yeah, it does sound like something.
She's like, oh, these kids are playing with toys I want. I'm just gonna watch them instead of playing with my toys. Actually,
I mean, is it not like how I'm sure you Like, if there's a game that I really want, I won't actually... Now, this thought process isn't going through Jenna's mind, but, like... I'll watch a game before I actually get the game to make sure it's a good game.
See, the only game that I want that I don't have that I watched a Let's Play on is, I watched Achievement Hunters play Halo 5. But watching Achievement Hunters play any game is hilarious.
Great, yeah. I just watched them just to watch them. They've been playing a lot of games that I think look super dope, but they've been playing a lot more computer games. Yeah. So I'll look it up.
They played. I just recently watched them play Left 4 Dead. That's been reskinned into the Minecraft skins, so it's Left 4 Dead but with Minecraft. And they're like, man, this game is so amazing. It actually is better than both of the original games. Like,
wait, was that a Let's Play Minecraft episode?
No, it was a Let's Play. It's called Let's Play Left 4 Dead. Deathcraft. That's the mod name. Is Deathcraft. And so you need to look it up. It's great. It looks amazing. All the characters are like flying all around like this, waving their arms, and it's in Minecraft texture, so it's just blocks flailing around. It's great.
Sometimes I'll watch them play something and then get it myself. That's how I found out Jackbox games.
Yeah. But yeah,
it's Jackbox games is basically they have a bunch of different types of games, but basically it's more of an apples to apples, Cards Against Humanity type thing.
Did it now.
No, this is another thing I don't quite understand. Why would arming the warhead cause the warhead to eject from the missile itself? Why would it
Keep
need?
it on a missile.
Why would they need to disconnect it from the missile when they arm it? You can arm a warhead without disconnecting it from the missile, from the propulsion device. How's that convenient?
For the cinematic aspect, it's convenient. But no, so Jackbox games is basically kind of like apples to apples, Cards Against Humanity type thing.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be dirty, but most of the questions
End up turning dirty.
yeah. But yeah, you basically write a response. Like one is it'll basically say put a statement with a blank. You fill in the blank with either. Usually I'll do something that's just funny. Like I'm not actually going for what would go as the truth. Sometimes I will if I can't find anything funny. But people basically pick what they think is the truth, and you get points throughout the whole thing. Quiplash is one of my also favorites because they basically say, like, I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
But it's just great. Like a bad name for a restaurant.
One thing I kind of dislike about these Super Shadow Fighters is they look identical to the regular Shadow Fighter. That just really annoys me. It's supposed to be so much faster and more maneuverable, but it looks exactly the same. And for me, it would have been an awesome opportunity for them to design their own mecha. You know, and kind of get away from the new generation outfits. They could have made a completely new looking fighter.
Too many of them!
I mean, it's just, why does it need to look exactly the same?
They are clearly not using the Force in this.
No, they are not using the Force.
Because I saw the other day, and it was basically this gun alarm clock that you basically have to shoot the target to turn the alarm off. And then it has a stormtrooper with his head, the disappointment one. That was, it was, I haven't slept in days because he can't shoot the target to turn off the alarm clock. That's great.
Have you guys seen Kylo Ren reacts to the Rogue One trailer?
Marcus, your thrusters are out.
Oh man, I need to show you that when they I need to show you that when we're done with this. Like at one point he's like,
It's okay.
Where are the Bothans? Was it Bothans, or was that the second Death Star? And then when it shows Darth Vader at the end, he's like, Father? Is that Father? Who's playing him? Is it Hayden Christensen? And they're just using clips from Force Awakens. It's the scene where he's sitting down in front of Darth Vader's helmet, but they've edited it, so it's just him sitting there watching the trailer. And then at the end, it's the scene where he pulls out the lightsaber, just starts wailing on the computer consoles. At the very end, he's like, "This is amazing!" It's great. But, detonation. Hey, it actually, unlike earlier with the space fold, once it hits 0, it actually starts. I don't think we touched on that, but that really bugs me too about this movie. Is there like 3 seconds to space fold, and then it hits 0, and they're like, it hits 0, and then the other ship rams the SDF-3 out of the fold sphere, and they're like, do you want us to abort the fold? 3 seconds to fold. There's no more time. You can't just abort. It's like there's 1 minute after the fold is supposed to happen before it actually happens.
Cinematic convenience.
You can edit the cinematics and make it more suspenseful.
Yeah, well.
It's not your time yet, Mark.
See, they're at the rail station and wherever it's at Ducksworth or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making Harry Potter reference.
Yeah.
So I found out about that new book. It's actually after the fact, I guess.
Yeah, the playbook. Yeah.
Because we were wondering where that happens. The Cursed Child.
Yeah, the Cursed Child is it's actually a show on Broadway. It might not be on Broadway anymore, but it was actually a show on Broadway before they released the book, and that's actually just the script that the cast for the Broadway shows. So it's written in script form.
So it's easier for what's her name to make more money.
So she has actually released I think 3 new books through ebooks, and one of them's about the American Hogwarts.
Yeah, the movie about to come out right now.
There's related. It's related to that movie. Yes. Mystical creatures and where to find them.
Yeah.
Harry Potter and where's those wankers at?
I'm confident the Archangel is in capable hands.
Oh no! What happened? What happened?
Marcus, I just wanted to say thank you for rescuing me.
These costumes just kill me.
I know.
It's just like, why? Even if it is that skin tight, why would it fold like that? It wouldn't fold like that. It wouldn't have that bosom thing. It would just be really tight around.
And when you're fighting a battle, that's distracting.
Most of my family was aboard the
And it's not like it makes it easier to control wedgies. It's not like it makes it easier to control a plane. That's not how a G-suit works, guys.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure last time I dabbed in your video, I just don't know where, but if it was the part that deleted, you just had another dab in your video.
I'm sorry, guys. There's no controlling HeroX.
Dude.
I am.
So Cam Newton was like, dude, I think it was Cam Newton. He was the person behind dabbing, like, that big. He tried to say the dab is dead. The dab will never die. The dab is one, like, social trend I actually like. Because it takes no talent whatsoever to do this.
The reason...
Plus, teaching kids to do that's hilarious because they end up just smacking themselves in the face.
The reason that he says it's dead is so far the dab is 0-5 in championship games.
Yeah, I saw that, but still, the dab will never die.
Featuring the voices
Whoa, it's over?
Yeah. Richard
I wasn't paying attention.
No, you weren't.
Eddie Frierson was not who played Blue Nichols in the show. I can't remember.
Oh, see, there's your Star Wars.
Yeah, there's Mark Hamill. Alexandra Kinworthy is related to the guy who plays Scott. Yuri Lowenthal is interesting because he's in a lot of animes. Chase Masterson, she was that hot bartender in Deep Space Nine.
Oh, okay, so there's another Star Trek.
Yep. Tony Oliver.
So
cool guy.
Who's behind? What's the company behind Star Trek? So I was hearing someone talk about Arrow, and they kept referencing Deep Space Nine. Like, is DC behind Star Trek?
I don't know who owns.
Because it was kind of almost one universe.
I know CBS is airing. CBS is airing.
They have the rights to air it.
Well, I wasn't sure if like DC wrote Star Trek. That's
sure.
why
I don't think it's DC because it's not Warner Brothers that's doing the movies. I believe it's.
Oh yeah, they came out with a movie recently, haven't they?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a trilogy already, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a trilogy.
I've only seen one. I don't know which.
The first one was pretty good. I wasn't a big fan of the second one, and I haven't seen the third one, but I've heard the third one is the best of them all.
It looks super good. I'll say that. Yeah, it does. Although I want to see the freaking new Jason Bourne movie, but I'm trying to find the other three.
His store. So Saw has there's five DVDs there right by the photo lab.
And there's Tatsunoko Productions.
One's probably all four. But I want to take all four movies so then we can go see the fifth one.
Look at these. I think it's
those are Korean.
Korean, yes.
Those are Korean.
Korean names, yes. Because Japan actually no longer makes most of the animes anymore. Now Japan exports all of the work
there's a Jun, there's a Yoon.
Yeah.
Them, Kim, those are all Korean names.
Yeah, they export all of their animating to Korea now. So Korea does all of the animations. Interestingly enough, I don't think I mentioned this during the commentary. Careful. The people that did the anime for this movie did Avatar and Legend of Korra.
Well, Avatar.
You mentioned it in the commentary because this is the commentary.
Go!
Hey!
Don't touch.
But it's the same people that did the anime for Avatar, the animation for Avatar. So
still haven't ever really seen it.
I've seen, the last
The Last Airbender.
Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I thought you just meant Avatar.
No. Why would I talk about the Blue People movie? I was not a big fan.
The liberal Blue People movie.
Jeez, Dean, being offensive.
Scott Glasgow, did a great job with the music in this movie. I'm glad to see they've kept him around because he did a great job. Robotech comics are no longer available by DC Comics and Wildstorm. They are now through Titan Comics, who do the Dark Souls comic series. They do Assassin's Creed. They do Doctor Who. There's another big name that they do besides Robotech.
Speaking of Doctor Who, how about the Doctor Strange movie coming out here soon?
Oh yeah,
that looks actually very dope, but I don't know about Doctor Strange.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this commentary. Like I said, I was going to post this video yesterday, but we could not get
screwed up.
We could not get together, and it screwed up. We are planning on doing more commentaries. We'll decide later, and maybe I'll post in the description what we're going to do next. But we'll discuss what movie we'll do next time. Although they've not seen any of those movies, so before they can make a commentary, they kind of have to see those movies first.
I'll wing it, bruh. Yeah,
I want to
For October.
I probably won't be
That's not
paying
really a
attention
Robotech related
anyway.
movie, but I'm fine with watching it.
I probably won't be paying attention anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm
Yeah,
here.
that's right. We'll be talking about the movie, and you'll be like, "That's dope."
I'll be like,
That's dope.
I don't know what I'll be like, but I'll be like something.
Oh. So,
Be like,
like I said,
speaking
thank
of
you.
bacon.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Have a great day.
Check me out too.
Yeah, his channel will be in the description.
Ciao, babe.
I'll probably we'll have videos up here soon when I can finally figure out what I want to do, what we want to do.